Well, hey guys, welcome to a top 5 in 5. These are the top 5 games I'll probably buy in 2017. These are games I've checked out. These are games that I've thought about. These are games that I've looked into. I, in some cases, have watched playthroughs on them. I've looked at Board Game Geeks. I've talked to people online. I've read forums on Board Game Geeks. I've done a lot of research. And so these are my top 5 that I think I'm going to buy in 2017. Of course, like any list like this, it is subject to potential change. All right, so let's start with the number 5 on my list, which is the least likely one I'll probably buy, but it's on my list. And I noticed that I didn't own anything from this particular game designer. I understand he's fairly popular, and that I understand that he's a pretty good developer or designer. So I probably should own something from him. And that brings me to the number 5 on my list, which is the Oracle of Delphi, Stefan Feld, the designer. Of course, he's designed a lot of top games. This one just intrigues me because of the concept behind it. I'm not a big fan of Euro games. Sorry for those that are. I do enjoy worker placement, but I like to have a theme. And this one has what appears to be a really good theme for me. I like the idea of Odin or Zeus or the mythology figures being in the game. So I think I'm going to really enjoy that game, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, coming in now at number 4 in the top 5 in under 5 minutes. We'll see if I can do that. I'm at 3 minutes and 22 seconds now. But this next one is one that I read up on, like I do a lot of these games, and really come away with the idea that I really want this game. And the game is Black Orchestra. This is a game where you're trying to kill Hitler, but you're part of the Nazi regime. But you've decided that this group has decided to kill Hitler. And it's actually based somewhat on some true stories, I think. But you have to not be too obvious. You have to still do some things that are nasty so that they don't suspect you. Just the whole concept really sounded good. So I'm looking forward to Black Orchestra, one that I haven't seen a lot on, but I'm looking forward to it. Brings me to number 3 in the top 5 in 5. This one, you're shipwrecked on an island. You can play it solo. You can play it cooperatively. And there's a new version coming out, which I haven't seen yet. I understand it's supposed to be out right around after the holidays. That's where we're at. And I haven't seen it yet, but of course I'm talking about Robinson Crusoe. This one's supposed to be really tough, but there's ways to mitigate the toughness by giving yourself some food to begin with, or water, or different things. So I like that concept, and then later on you can kind of scale back once you get good at it. I understand it's a pretty tough game, but I like tough games, and I like cooperative tough games. So I think I'd really enjoy Robinson Crusoe, and that's one that I'm really looking forward to as well in 2017. One I will most likely buy. And that brings me to number 2. Now this one has gotten a lot of positive reviews. In fact, it's on just about everyone's top 10 list or top 5 list. In many cases, it's people's number 1 as you look around and think about games from 2016. So I'm eager to pick it up. It's not available anywhere, but I'm looking forward to getting Terraforming Mars. It hits all the right notes for me. It's a science fiction based game. It looks like a game where you're faced with a lot of decisions, but there's not a ton of moving parts, which I enjoy also. But I do like the game to have some parts. So it seems to strike a really nice balance for me, and I'm really looking forward to be able to pick this one up. And that brings me to my number 1, which probably is going to be a surprise for a lot of people because it's an older game. It's kind of a surprise for me, but when I read about it, looked into it, watched an unboxing, watched a couple people play it, thought about some things that I think everybody should think about before they buy a game. Who are you going to play it with? How often are you going to play it? How long does it take to play it? Can you get it to the table? How much does it cost? When I factored all those things in, and is it different enough from other games that you want to play it? I looked at all those things, thought about all those things, the quality of the pieces in this, the quality of the book that's with this, everything about it jumped out at me as something I would really like. And I'm talking about Tales of the Arabian Nights. Maybe a little bit of a surprise, but the book that comes with this has 2,000 different stories. You take a character like Ali Baba or Sinbad or Scheherazade, and you play that out, and you become that character. And I think it's something that my family and I would really enjoy. So I'm looking forward to that. Hey, we wrapped it up in 5 minutes, and thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of the video. I certainly do appreciate it. And what are your top 5 that you're going to buy in 2017? Thanks for watching.